It's all right, Wonder Woman. I'm coming. I'm coming direct to that beach. I think I can make it. Fuck. Figure why I have to have class today. I'll be there. On my way. Coming for that beach. What's happening? Fuck. I'm late. I'm coming though. YouTube was good. It's your boy Johnny Joe, and I made it. I'm here. I understand the hype and everything about this trailer. Before we get into this, I want to let you guys know, disclaimer. On this channel, what we do, we discuss after the trailer. We just don't react and say goodbye, see you later. That's not what we do here. So I'm going to give a brief little discussion. We're going to watch the trailer, and then we're going to talk about it afterward. Y'all like my sweater? The hype is real for this film. The hype is real for this trailer. I've been waiting 72 straight hours for this trailer to drop ever since they told me that, oh, guess what? The Wonder Woman trailer is gonna drop in 3 days. I'm like, the hype was real. But my mistake is, in the first trailer that I did, the trailer reaction I did, I cried like a little bitch. That's 100. The reaction was dope. The trailer was dope. I wasn't ready for it because my mind state wasn't the right way. And it got me. And that was beautiful. But what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna make sure I clear my thoughts, clear everything when I watch this trailer. I'm not gonna let any preconceived notions try to mess this up for me. I haven't seen it yet. It's my first time seeing this beach. Everybody was hitting me up, sending me links to the trailer. Thank you for sending me the links, but I ain't clicked that shit because I wanna make sure this reaction is real and raw. So, what we're going to effectively do is we're gonna watch this trailer and then we're gonna talk about this thing. If you didn't get to watch my first trailer, go check it out now. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this up. I'm gonna reset that to 0. Let's react.
I used to want to save the world.
She just looks like Wonder Woman.
This beautiful place.
Look at that scenery.
But the closer you get, the more you see the great darkness within.
Look at how beautiful this looks.
I learned this the hard way a long, long time ago.
What is your mission?
To stop the war.
What war?
The war to end
Look at her
all
face.
wars. Weapons far deadlier than you can ever imagine.
The war can be ours.
Wherever you are in more danger than you think.
I cannot stand by while innocent lives are lost.
That's right, go girl, that's right, get your shit.
Careful, Diana.
Who is this woman?
She's my secretary, sir. She's a very good secretary.
It is our sacred duty to defend the world. And it's what I'm going to do.
Beautiful. That's Wonder Woman, man. That's her. Really? Come on, come on! You killing me! She's flying! She's flying!
How can a woman possibly fight in this?
Fight? We use our principles, although I am not opposed to engaging in a bit of fisticuffs should the occasion arise.
June 2nd. I believe the release date is June 2nd. Oh my God, man. I see why y'all was hitting me up with that. Jody, check out the trailer. I'm a little bit sick. I'm sorry. Freakers, man. Patty Jenkins. Yeah. I see what time it is. Man. All right, let me gather. Let's talk about this shit. That was amazing. That was some epic, iconic shit that I just saw. I got 3 buckets down here for my cum shots, and they're full. On down the side of my leg right now. I need to change my underwear. It's that serious. But in all seriousness. If there was any doubt with you Marvel fanboys, you DC haters, you DC lovers who don't believe, there's no doubt no more. Baby. There's no doubt. That doubt is gone. If you are a Marvel fanboy, DC hater, and you look at this trailer and you still think, nah, the movie's gonna be bad, bro. I don't believe it. You tripping. And not only you're tripping, you have hate in your heart. And that's some mad jealousy. But guess what? I love haters. And I think DC do too. And I think Wonder Woman does the most. Because she's been getting all the hate since they announced Gal Gadot is going to be Wonder Woman. Everybody wrecked her, trashed her, talked about her. She's cute and all, but ain't she from like Egypt or some shit? Or ain't she from the Middle East? And them titties ain't big, no, with them thighs. Criticizing that woman. But guess what? Look at her. When I see, this is 100. Everything is going to be 100 that you see here on this channel. When I see her on this trailer, I don't see Gal Gadot. I saw Wonder Woman. I can't say that about Henry Cavill and Superman. I can't even say that about Ben Affleck as Batman. And Ben Affleck as Batman is real dope. But I see Wonder Woman. I look into her eyes. This trailer is showing me she had the pain and concern on her face. She is showing her acting chops in this film. This is going to be Gal Gadot's best movie of her career. Not from a critical standpoint, not from a box office standpoint, but as from an acting powerhouse standpoint, because I just looked in her eyes when they were talking, when she said, what, like the people, what's going on? Like war, what do you mean? She had that look on her face and I bought it. When I looked at her, I see beauty. Of course, she looked good. She fine as wine, look bomb. I know. But she looked insecure. She looked unsure of herself, and she looked strong, honorable, and she looked both. She looked insecure and powerful. She looked like a woman who's not godly. She looked like someone that you can care for and love and talk to, but who's also mighty and powerful. She has this perfect balance. This is everything I'm getting from the trailer, from what I saw. Perfect balance of a woman and power. That's what Wonder Woman is, though. If I'm sitting back and I think about it, that's exactly what she is. Some people say they can't relate to Superman. He's too OP. He's godlike. He's too... If you feel that way about Superman, then maybe you should try to look into the character Wonder Woman, because she is not that. She has the power of Superman, not exactly on Superman's level. Few people are. But Wonder Woman has that type of power with this connection, man. And it's with this character, it's with Gal Gadot's and Patty Jenkins' version here that I'm seeing this shit. She looks like she cares about people. She cares. She's gonna be torn between Amazonians and Themyscira, which look beautiful. Look how beautiful that shit looked. That shit looked majestic. Who shot those scenes, that CG pre-rendered scene? That shit looked bomb. That Themyscira looks like a place that's magical that I want to go to. Look like a Disney Oahu resort. That shit looked bomb. That's a good sign too. Cinematography is gonna be on fleek. Did you see her jump from that cave from that tall in this building down into that water, we all know that was CG, but I couldn't tell you it was. I just know it. I know human did that jump, but looking off that jump, it looked like a real human jumped into that water. The CG is on point, basically is what I'm trying to say here. That water, them colors look beautiful. They're bringing the light tone to this character. She could get dark and gritty, but Wonder Woman stands for so much more than that, man. Women in their 20s, tweens, teens, their 30s, their 40s especially, their 50s especially, even their 60s are going to come and watch this film, because even the older women, even more so, the women from their, 50s and 60s, they know exactly what Wonder Woman's about. That TV show should not be taken for granted. That TV show put Wonder Woman on a map to the masses. CEOs, important businesswomen, presidents, senators, it doesn't matter what you were. If you didn't read comics, you saw this show, you knew about this show, you wanted to watch this show, and that showed everyone who Wonder Woman is about. And I believe this movie is going to take that classic Wonder Woman and bring that to 2017. And it's gonna take everything that the classic is and add newness to it, and it's gonna keep it whole. It's not gonna mess it up. It's not gonna, you know what I'm saying, like, oh man, you're shooting on the classics. I see so much classic Wonder Woman in this shit. Trust me, this shit look fire. But Gal Gadot, I gotta talk about her some more, because let's talk about the DCEU real quick. The DCEU had 4 mediocre to bad movies. Man of Steel, Green Lantern, you don't want to count Green Lantern, that's fine. Suicide Squad, and Batman vs. Superman. Man of Steel was the best of the 4 by far. All the other ones, trash. Now, I know that Jeff Johns' name and Ben Affleck are helming the future of the DCEU, right? But Wonder Woman, sadly, is not a part of the new era DCEU, because Wonder Woman was in development while all this Batman vs. Superman, Suicide Squad, terrible DCEU Warner Brothers shit was going on. So Wonder Woman is a product of the old DCEU. The future looks much brighter with Ben Affleck and Jeff Johns at the helm trying to do their thing. I'm gonna keep it 100. Wonder Woman does not classify in the new DCEU. We could call that DC Rebirth. Let's call it Rebirth, where DC and Warner Brothers figured out we effed up. We gotta make it a change. It was too late for Wonder Woman. It was already being made. There was an issue with the first director of Wonder Woman. Patty Jenkins came in, and thank God, because this looks absolutely phenomenal. Patty Jenkins, shout out to you. This is probably going to be, this looks like an A movie, but it's gonna be the best movie of the DCU. Let me just get that shit out right now. Wonder Woman is going to be better than Batman vs. Superman, Green Lantern, Suicide Squad, and what am I missing? Green Lantern, Suicide Squad, Batman vs. Superman, and Man of Steel. It's gonna best all those movies, and it's not even gonna be close. Here's why. Looking at this trailer 1 and trailer 2, do those look like the rest of the DCU movies we've seen? Does this Wonder Woman movie look like it was made from the same creators that made Suicide Squad? Heck no! Does Wonder Woman look like it was made from the same creators that made Batman vs. Superman? Heck no! Does it look like Man of Steel? It don't look like none of those trash movies. Man of Steel gets a pass. Man of Steel was it was okay. It had lots of issues, but it was like, but the character of Superman is tore up. He's broken. They killed him. What the freak is that? I digress. Wonder Woman is essentially, like I said 4 months ago, Wonder Woman, not Superman, is my favorite character of the DCEU, and quote me, book it, quote Jody Joe on Jody's Corner. Wonder Woman is going to be the turning point of the DCU, and that means she's taking all those bad movies and the future ones as well, putting that shit in a big sack, putting it on his back, and carrying that bitch out the jungle like Forrest Gump picked up all those soldiers when that shit blew up and carried them all to the bay where the ocean was at. Wonder Woman is effectively going back into that jungle, picking up that Suicide Squad. Let's go, nigga. Go back in the jungle, pick up that Batman vs. Superman. What's up? Let's go. I got you. I'm here to save this bitch. Y'all had 3 movies to do this shit. I'm here to save this. Let's get up. Let's go. Freaking go. Wonder Woman gonna carry Batman vs. Superman, Suicide Squad, and Man of Steel, lead them bitches at the ocean, and it's gonna hold Green Lantern in his arms while it dies in his arms, sadly. That's the manifestation of what's gonna go down. Wonder Woman, this film is going to put the DCEU on her back. It's going to be the greatest movie of the DCEU up into the Justice League. I don't know what's going to happen after that because it's when Ben Affleck and Jeff Johns are doing their thing. Wonder Woman is going to be better than the Justice League. I just said it. I said it. Don't get freak. Quote me on that shit. Come back. Put in the comment section if you think I'm crazy. I love to be right, but I like being wrong too because I ain't wrong often and it feels good. So let's keep that shit real. Wonder Woman's going to be the best movie of the DCEU, and I don't think that Justice League is going to be as good as Wonder Woman. I just really don't. People say they have a feeling about Wonder Woman. Oh man, bro, the controversy around this movie. That bullshit anonymous letter. Oh man, the writers are trash. DC doesn't know what they're doing. Warner Brothers, you suck. Patty Jenkins, she's gonna butcher the movie. It's terrible. Oh no. That anonymous letter. Anonymous. As soon as I saw it was anonymous, an open anonymous letter with no name on it, put your name on it. If you got something solid to say that you truly believe in, you're an ex-employee, put your name on it. I can understand if it was a current employee. Of course, if you're a current whistleblower, you don't want to put your name on something. Put your name on it, bruh. You didn't put your name on it? Garbage. Just as garbage as Suicide Squad in my eyes. So get that shit out of here. They're saying, oh, DCU, they can't get nothing right, man, because, you know, it's part of the... Oh, this movie ain't that. I see this beautiful imagery, man. It looks like Ares is going to be in here. Is that General Ares? Is that him? She was doing iconic shit, man. The action, Patty Jenkins, I love that film, Monster. That's when I was like, Patty Jenkins did Monster? I loved Monster. But this ain't Monster. This is a totally different type of film. She came from doing a film like Monster to Wonder Woman. I'll admit, when I first heard, I was like, I don't know, how's that gonna work? Optimistic though. Let's see what's up with the Wonder Woman. I love her. And I'm seeing these two trailers. It looks like this woman has been directing action superhero movies her whole career. This is why. Because the action in this film looks better than Batman vs. Superman's action, Man of Steel's action, Suicide Squad's action. And you already know it looks better than Green Lantern's action. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it, oh, Batman vs. Superman had the best. They were fighting in, that was bullshit. That was action for no purpose. I don't care how much action you throw at me. If there's not a purpose with the characters, the depth of those characters, and the story, that action means nothing. The action that you're gonna get in Wonder Woman, quote me again, is going to be well-deserved, called for, and needed. She's gonna be protecting people, and the Nazis or the Germans are going to freaking murder people, and she's going to save lives. And we are gonna watch this film, and we're gonna be like, Wonder Woman, kill them, please. And she's going to go do her thing. That scene where Chris Pine said, Diana, no. That means she's gonna go and step on her own and probably, to her knowledge, face a possibility of getting injured or death. And she doesn't give a freak. She's going to go out there and she's going to put it all on the line. It looks like there's gonna be emotionally heavy scenes in this film. So the action that we do get from Wonder Woman, yeah, it might not be her punching a doomsday, but it's gonna be better action because it's gonna tie to the character depth and it's gonna tie to the story itself, which is gonna resonate in our hearts better. It's gonna make me emotional and shit. You know the tingles, you know what I'm talking about. It's like that scene in Interstellar where Dr. Mann blew up the space station and it was spinning down spiral into the atmosphere of that planet. And Matthew McConaughey's character, with Hans Zimmer's iconic score, he docked on that 7 minutes of docking made my blood pump. I was riveted so much that I shook. I see this potentially, I'm not saying it's gonna happen. I see it potentially happening in this film. The action is tasteful. The costume is bright and colorful. It's not that dark, gloomy, hazy Batman vs. Superman bullshit. It's light, it's bright, it's colorful. Wonder Woman stands for so much that I can't even sit here and talk about. You want to talk about feminism? A woman, little girls. There's keep it 100. There's not that many women characters to look up to, female characters to look up to. There's really not. What, Dora the freaking Explorer? No, there's not. But there's Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman has always been there. And it makes me sad to know that in 2017, it's going to be the first Wonder Woman film we got. You've been sitting on a Wonder Woman character who is clearly the greatest female superhero ever. No one comes close. Second, the next person next to Wonder Woman is way down there. It's not even close. And you've been sitting on this character for this long? It's long overdue. 30 years easy. Come on, man. Superman is the greatest superhero of all time. That's my opinion, and I believe it. But he is arguable, isn't he? Some of you just heard what I said and you're like, the freak out of here. That broken character that has, he's OP. He doesn't never get pushed. He's weak, bro. You guys are thinking Spider-Man, Wolverine. You're probably thinking Batman and all that, Hulk and Thor. You see that? Now watch this shit. Wonder Woman is the greatest superhero of all time. I ain't hearing shit because there's no contesting to that notion. Superman, you can freaking debate that shit, but Wonder Woman, nah. That's it. Wonder Woman's the greatest superhero of all time. Crickets. Ain't no doubt about it. So this film, you see how important this shit is? You're talking about generations and generations of people who are going to come. Grandmothers who watch the show or who have daughters now, who have daughters. You talking about 3 generations, but a grandma, come on, honey, get your daughter and your daughter and let's go watch this. I could see grandmas. I'm going to be scoping this theater out. I'm going to see this movie probably 5 times. I'm going to go in different parts of LA. I'm going to be scoping this theater out because I am pretty sure it's around Mother's Day too. But, you know, I'm pretty sure that I'm going to see trios of little girl with a little Wonder Woman. Yeah, Wonder Woman shirt. Little mama. With like a 30-something-year-old mama in her mid-30s. Yeah, Wonder Woman with her little Wonder Woman shirt. And then like a 50-something-year-old mama that really watched that, love the original show. Yeah, Wonder Woman. That type of shit is epic, man. It's that type of shit that makes me feel good inside, man. And you guys know what I'm talking about. When I watch films, they make me feel, when they're done right, like Braveheart. The ending scene of Braveheart makes me cry every time I watch that shit. Lots of scenes in movies, maybe the end of Steel Magnolias, that F's me up, because it's not because that scene itself. It's the buildup of the character development that you fall in love with that character while you watch the film from the beginning to the middle. And by the time you get to the end, you're so invested in that character and anything that happens to them, you care about and you hurt and you cry. Well, I do. I don't give a freak. I just keep that shit real. My emotions is just right here. I let it all out. I don't care. I don't hold that shit in. I keep that shit real. This movie looks like it could do that very same thing. And it makes me feel good. And I didn't even see the film yet. Because this is more than a freaking film. It's an icon come to life. Gal Gadot is knocking this role out. She looks beautiful. She looks like Diana. I don't know what she did to train for this shit, but it doesn't look like she just said, oh, I have the role. Okay, I have the role. Okay, I have the haters on my Twitter. Oh, look at these haters. Patty, they're hating on me. Talking about I have no boobs. Stupid. Okay, I'll show them. Whatever. I remember seeing her on an interview right after she got cast and she was on a late night show. This was like 2-3 years ago. And the guy said, so I heard you're playing Wonder Woman. Yes. She was like, yes, I'm playing Wonder Woman. She said, well, how do you feel about the fan reaction about them saying you don't have the features like, you know, bigger breasts? And she said, and you're not thick enough. You're kind of slim. She said, I'll just work out and gain weight. It's fine. Boob implants, and it's nothing. I think I read something about, she said, I just get a boob job if I really needed it. She was joking, but that just shows how much she don't care. Because she had swag and she knew she was going to swag out this role, man. I need buckets for all this cum off this trailer, man. I got 3 buckets down here full to the brim. They spilling over. Oozing down the side of my leg. That's how serious this shit is, bruh. And bros and broettes. Man, I don't know what she did. I don't know if she locked herself away. I don't know what she did to prepare for this role. But I do know this. She read comics. She listened to what the fans were saying. She listened to what the haters were saying too. But just like me, And she used that to create this character, in spite of all the haters who said she didn't have the body, in spite of all the haters who said that she's from the Middle East. Why can't you get an American? In spite of all the controversy around this film, in spite that she's not that A-class actress, why didn't you get Angelina Jolie? Freak out of here with that shit. This last trailer, this movie she has coming out, where she's like a spy and she's married to some neighbors or some shit across the way. She looking super good. She's not as slim as back then, but she's still slim as heck. But she look good, man. She got that full face. That's genetics, baby. To have that slim frame and that nice full Wonder Woman face, that's natural, baby. Can't freaking, you know, you can plastic surgery it up and they ain't gonna look right. Her shit is natural. She look good. I'm so hyped for this film. This film, I believe I've said everything. Okay, is this better than the first trailer? Two answers for that. Objectively speaking, just looking at them as trailers. Okay, I seen this trailer with no emotion. I see this trailer without the emotion. I take myself out of it. Trailer 2 is better because it showed more about the plot, the characters, and some type of overall tone of what the film looks like it's going to be. At least the direction it might be headed in. The first trailer was a teaser, kind of. Didn't give away too much, but it showed what she could do. That's objectively, personally to me, the first trailer. That shit made me cry like a little baby, and it made me feel so good inside. I haven't cried like that in a long time. Happy tears like that. That's the best trailer ever made. To me, personally, to me, that's the best trailer ever made. Right next to the Star Wars Episode 7 teaser trailer. So yeah. Put down in the comment section what you guys feel. Subscribe to the channel now for more trailer reactions, movie reviews. I do those. Epic discussions. Check out my back catalog. I'm not just a reactor, bro. I got mad discussions with the crew, movie reviews, tons of hot topics and shit up in there. Check the back catalog. We did a Wonder Woman discussion. We did the trailer 1 reaction. Check that shit out. It's all up in there. I'll probably put it at the end of this video. Thank you everybody much for supporting this channel. Click down there on Jody's Corner to subscribe to the channel and become part of the family in this movement of bringing the real. And another thing, thanks for everybody for supporting me and all the fake reactors out there bringing out fake content, doing it for money and all this other weird shit, being fake. Me and the crew, we're coming. We're coming to bring the real to this YouTube game. It's a new era pushing through this beach and we coming. I'm Jody Joe and I'm out this thing, man. Deuces.